come up on the screen for you folks that are watching on Star Communications Channel 16. We want to welcome you back. And certainly each and every week I enjoy talking with you folks from Star as well as WCLN this morning. We're doing a simulcast. The Clinton Police Department always seems to open the parade.
They are actually paving the way, that kind of clearing the way for everyone else. Our chamber banner officially kicks off the parade, and as I understand, Katie Bauman and Jessica Parker will be coming into view shortly. They will be carrying the chamber banner. And and here we have the honor guard. So they must have decided not to do the banner since the weather. But our honor guard for Sampson County.
That's James Barber here on the right, carrying the American flag.
That's right. That's right. And
from Harold's Fire Department.
He is.
As well as my fellow firefighter on the other side, whose name has just left me.
Mr. Greer.
Mr. Greer.
Yes.
Mr. Bob Greer. He's also with the Harold's Fire Department.
And there's Katie and Jessica with the chamber banner. And then we have. I think you recognize this fella, JW.
Absolutely. Mayor of the City of Clinton, Lou Starling, and going on what term now? He's been mayor for a number of years.
Since 2001.
That's moving along pretty fast, and time does go fast, but Mayor Starling has been a great asset to the City of Clinton. We appreciate everything he brings, and to have somebody of his stature being mayor is a great opportunity for us.
And then we have the Sampson County Board of Commissioners, Chairman Clark Wooten, Vice Chair Sue Lee.
Mr. Chairman, good to see you this morning.
Thaddeus
and all
Godwin,
the other commissioners in
Harry
the
Parker, and Gerald Kivett are with us in the parade today. And then, JW, we have our Clinton City Council who will be coming into view, and I particularly see Councilman Drew Bryant. And there you have our Mayor Pro Tem, Councilman Marcus Beckton. And I'm sure we also have a few others in there. I think we have Daniel Ruggles. So we have 3 of our city council here with us today. And then, of course, there is Tim Smith, who's a district court judge, I believe.
Absolutely.
No, Raymond Smith, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Raymond's House of Representatives.
That's right. Then we have our Sampson County Register of Deeds, which is Mr. Freddie Butler.
Yeah, Freddie is, I think, having an election coming up pretty soon. There's going to be some competition. Freddie was put in office as Eleanor Bradshaw stepped out. He was nominated by the party to go in the office. Judge Carol Jones is here. Judge Jones has been district court judge for some time, and for just folks for remembering these people, these folks run for election like any other political office and must be elected, and she's showing up in a lot of parades around. Chris Vann, of course, elected as clerk of Superior Court. Chris is a friend to a lot of people here, and we appreciate the job he's doing. He and his family and grandchildren in the car with him this morning.
And Sheriff Jimmy Thornton, who has been sheriff for a number of years. We're so happy to have him in the parade with us today. And then, of course, what in the world, our Veterans Council. They always do a great job participating in our county parades each year.
Shout out to Ann Knowles, who's the Veterans Officer here in the county. Ann keeps pushing things forward, and she's a huge champion and fighter for veterans and veterans' rights, especially those people that fought for us. We salute them and ask that they continue that salute.
And JW, the Sudan Roadsters of Sampson County this year, this is in memorial, the vehicle that's being towed of Keith Naylor, who was a longtime member of the Sudan Roadsters, and they are honoring him today. He passed away this past year. So let's watch them as they have fun in the middle of the street.
This is one of those things that I think Santa Claus and I really enjoy.
In
fact, I would kind of like Santa, maybe we could get one of those cars and try that one year.
I think we could. I could build one of those, but I have a habit of overbuilding, so we probably would.
Yeah, I might end up on the other side of the court.
We have too much horsepower and probably would roll it over in the street on this tight turn.
Yeah, I would need a helmet instead of a hat.
Yes, definitely.
It's always exciting to me to watch how they got those things coordinated where you literally think they're fixing to hit each other, and all of a sudden they just boom.
That's like anything else. It takes a lot of practice.
Yeah, it does. It does. So when we look at these kinds of parades that we've seen in all the towns here in Sampson County, particularly, we look at Newton Grove, Rollsboro, Garland. There's a lot of activity and interest in parades around the area. Yes. So a person that maybe says, well, this is a bad day and I didn't get to come out, there's still some parades available in the county.
That's true, there are. And we have Tower 21 coming up. This is one of the newest additions to the Clinton Fire Department. Our fire chief is Stephen Lovett. And I venture to say he may be in the truck today. I think I saw Joe Dixon going by.
Yeah. The chief's got to be proud of that truck. Santa Claus,
a
I think
nice truck,
that's
yeah.
the kind of trucks that, and I know you know Santa. There's a lot of money rolling by us right now.
A lot of money on that
And
truck.
I think there's only 3 ladder trucks in Sampson County. I think that would be Halls, Salemburg, and City of Clinton. So we're proud that those other fire departments have such
They
nice.
come in very handy too.
Yes.
We had the was it Butterball, the fire over
Yep.
there. We had all of
Yes.
Sampson County and surrounding counties ladder trucks
That's right.
putting water on that.
That's
Don't
right.
know what we would have done without it.
Well, you're close to that, and you see it firsthand, Santa. Sometimes are the kinds of things that if you don't have it at the moment you need it, it's just going to expand the devastation,
Yes.
devastation of it.
The Henry J. Fowler American Legion Auxiliary Unit 319 just went past out of camera view, and they are the wives, mothers, daughters, sisters, and grandmothers of descendants of the veteran servicemen and women. Helen Faison is the president, and Jerome Warren is the commander.
Moving our house there.
Absolutely, house on wheels.
Yeah, Baldwin Home Movers is with us today, and I think they're with Clinton Community Church.
Reminds me of the small and mini homes that people have now started taking
Small
hold of.
homes, yeah.
Tiny
just
homes,
huge.
that's right,
Tiny
tiny homes. Well, the Clinton Community Church presents this year's Christmas production of Scrooge, God Bless and Merry Christmas from Clinton Community Church. And they've got a number of people. These are the Tigers. Oh,
Tigers,
yes, the
absolutely.
Clinton Tigers cheerleaders. They're a competitive cheer organization.
And the tiger is inside the truck this morning, which is probably a good idea.
That's probably a great idea. Those little tigers look like they are all bundled up and trying to stay dry.
He was in the
They-
back seat. I would have let the tiger drive.
There you go. There you go. We could always blow dry the tiger, couldn't we?
Well, and they've competed nationally in Orlando, Florida. So a lot to be proud of there. This
Rodney
is the,
Grantham Sampson Building
yeah.
Supply.
And they've
Clinton.
got the Happy Hours After School and Summer program. And then we have Eugene Pearsall, who I believe is running for office this year. He is a local business owner in Sampson County. And he owns and operates a trucking company, I believe, over near Faison.
And showing off a beautiful Denali pickup
Yes.
that's all dressed up.
Sure.
Santa, you could even use that
I could
as
probably
part of
use
your
that as
sleigh
well.
there, my man.
Yeah.
That's right. Then we have a float, and this is Cub Scout Pack 41.
They got a home.
Oh, yeah.
And they serve both girls and boys within surrounding communities, proudly sponsored by BB&T Bank today.
That's a
Boy
nice
Scouts
float.
building character throughout the country, throughout North Carolina. Now, here comes some kind of walking animals. We got an elephant. It's
Clowns.
This,
Yeah, I'm telling you.
this is the
Could it be?
Sudan clown.
There we go.
Shriners,
Yeah. Well, at least they're warm today.
That's
One of
right.
the things I've noticed, and I will just kind of say for people that are watching the parade today, please keep in mind that it is raining in Clinton. Occasionally we get some very strong winds that are blowing, and some of the rain is kind of heavy. So if you see these floats going by fairly rapidly, it's a challenge for both Mary Rose and I to kind of
It
keep up
is.
with this, but they are coming through. So
Well, JW, I know I recognize our first beauty queen, and we have Miss Spivey's Corner 2019 Outstanding Teen. I believe that's Andy Creech.
Absolutely.
And she has a lovely little princess with her, and that might just be, let's see, I don't think I have her name, but I know that Anna Claire Music is the 2019 Miss Spivey's Corner. And we have a couple of queens coming up here.
Well,
And
from my vantage point, I cannot quite make out the name now. And of course, the parade is kind of stopped for some reason right in front of us. So it'll be where we can at least bring the name to you in just a few
I
moments.
think that's
So,
Andy Creech.
yes, there you go. And she's
Oh,
driving.
this is Miss Spivey's Corner,
Exactly.
Anna Claire. Music.
Absolutely.
So, and they've got their trucks decorated. I'm
That's
sure there's some parents in there driving. Parents support these young ladies, and you know, there's a lot of good organizations out there. Miss Spivey's Corner is a great shout out to Wayne Edwards and his wife Janice, who have, I know, many years helped with the Spivey's Corner pageant.
Absolutely. Very dedicated folks. Wayne has been a photographer and videologist for some time here in the county.
This might be First Baptist Church, 408 College Street, and they just are all decked out, wishing us a Merry Christmas.
Santa, that just proves there's no reason you couldn't have a float in the parade, does it
That's
not?
right.
You get a trailer, you decorate it,
That's
and you put
right.
some happy people on it.
Everybody's got a trailer
Absolutely.
now,
and
Dan-
a pickup in the
There-
front.
exactly.
Danny and JW, I learned a fact
That's
while we were
pretty
looking
good.
over our notes here today. Sampson Regional Medical Center, this is the float we're looking at now, but do you know they're only one of 3 hospitals in the whole state of North Carolina that has their own blood bank and donor program?
Absolutely, and they're in a challenge situation now because I think it's like one of the last 5 in the state that is still independently
Yes.
operated
Yes.
hospitals. So we're very fortunate to have
We
Sampson
are.
Regional in the community to service those emergency needs and medical needs that come up.
That's true. And Danny Carter, you'll recognize Turkey
Yeah, that's
Volunteer.
That's a brush truck used to fight, small grass fires and perimeter forest fires.
And Santa, those trucks are critical to the operation
they
of
are.
rural departments because a lot of times the cause are those small fires,
Yep.
especially vehicle accidents, those kinds of things.
And Turkey has actually brought 2 emergency service vehicles out today. This looks like a pumper, would that be correct?
That's an engine pumper,
Engine
yeah.
pumper, okay.
And how much can we say about the importance of these people that donate their time and part of their life to doing service work and going to training
That's right.
and being part of the
You
community?
can't say enough
Yes,
really
exactly.
to justify as much as it takes with the training and as much as they give. for what
Very
they do for the
blessed.
community.
That's right.
Very
That's
blessed.
exactly right. This looks like this is on UFP Transportation Incorporated of Clinton.
Right out of Clinton, North
And
Carolina.
we are
Another
seeing-
example that you can decorate it, step
Exactly.
up there and get it in the parade.
The
They-
other one was the Sudan animals. These are the Sudan clowns.
There we go.
That's right. Those were.
You just cannot say enough for these guys that get out in this kind of weather and do this job with a happy profile and get a smile on everybody's face.
If I weren't so wedged up in here, I'd go out there and break it down with them.
I would
there in the street.
We would love to see Santa Claus do
If
that.
I wedged in
yeah,
here,
yeah,
It would
yeah.
be too much. They'd be gone when I
Hey,
got out.
there's always next time.
There's next year.
We're
That's
planning
true.
ahead.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sudan
right.
Clown's done, North Carolina. And they travel
They
everywhere.
do. Some of the roadsters were actually going to 3 parades today. I think one in Broadway and another one up in Harnett County.
They
And
did
so,
a great job in the Newton Grove Parade last week as
Oh,
well. I was
good.
very proud of them.
Then here we have the Clinton Sampson Rescue EMS. We really pleased to have them in the parade today.
Absolutely.
And we
Another
have-
surviving unit. These volunteer
Exactly.
emergency medical units are somewhat of a thing of a past now since we've got paid paramedics out there.
And right behind them, we have the Roseboro Rescue Squad. And we also have another ambulance emergency vehicle behind Roseboro, and it's also another Roseboro Rescue EMS unit.
Sometimes in the worst time of life, people see the importance of these. And I think the thing that we talk about as we do with the volunteer fire departments is that those critical junctures that when they have a fundraiser or they get involved in some kind of needs for assets, it's when we have to step up and say, we're
That's
here
right.
and we support you.
That's exactly right. Then we have another Sampson County vehicle here. This is the dive team. Yes. And they have a lot of equipment in their trailer and can act. And during the hurricanes, I would imagine they were very active.
You gotta believe it, especially in the southern end, Santa, where you know a lot of those folks down that way.
Then
southern
we
end of
have
county.
the North Carolina 2019 Queen of Hope Majestic Gabriella Guerrero, a proud supporter of St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And then Cricket Wireless was represented in the
There's
parade.
a number of wireless companies.
Oh, there's another one of Santa's helpers,
Oh,
looks
there's
like.
one of my
There you go,
cousins.
Sally,
Look at
there.
that.
And this is MHC Kenworth of Clinton. They've been in Clinton for a number of years and just opened a new location over
That's
on
the kind
Highway
of float you want to be
421
in
North.
on a rainy day.
Yeah, that's
Then we have the NAACP Unit 5446 from right here in Clinton. We're happy to have them with us today.
Well, the floats seem to be moving along pretty rapidly, so it appears that we got another princess, queen coming up.
Miss Lakewood. And that is, let's see, Randy Autry. So happy to have her from over here, from
And-
the western part of the county.
And the dedication for these queens to get out and get all dressed
Certainly.
up and ride in the rain is amazing.
And
Strickland.
yeah, Curry Strickland. She's the 2019 Tiny Miss Union Elementary, and that's a tiny lady on top of that big truck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Parker Gas, providing safe, reliable propane since 1958 in
Keeping it
Sampson
warm,
County.
keeping it
Wow.
warm, keeping it real.
Then we have a lawn care service, I believe, coming up.
S&C Lawn Care.
S&C.
We've got a lot of hard-working folks. It's got independent businesses running lawn care services in the county, and I want to give them a shout-out and thank them for supplying the community the ability to be able to look after lawns and in yards in the county, especially as people get older. Won't call any names, but we don't particularly like to get out and push mowers and stuff.
That's
No,
right.
we don't.
And here's Troop 133 and Pack 133 of Sampson County, promoting character development and citizenship for our youth.
Another example of the Scouts building character and leadership.
And they're sponsored by the Omega Phi Sci-Fi Fraternity Incorporated in Andrews Chapel Church. And then we have Clinton City Schools, and this representatives of Clinton City Schools include Superintendent Dr. Wesley Johnson, and then we have some school administrators.
Wesley's got a little Santa hat on waving, right in the middle of the pack.
Then we have Jack and Kitty Morrissey, Teacher of the Year, Mr. Thomas Maskell, and Clinton City Schools Beginning Teacher of the Year, Miss Paula Barnes.
We got a little break. It looks like the rain may have subsided a little bit, but I still see a mist going on out there, so maybe that'll be a little bit helpful as we kind of move through the second part of the parade. Sampson High School, Alumni Association.
Do you all know that they have donated over $300,000 in scholarships over the 47-year period that organization has been active, and that's just amazing. They are showing their little Prince and Princess Ebony pageant winners on their float today.
And Mary, while we got a little break here, I just want to remind everybody and wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and hope you have a safe and happy Christmas. It will be a short period of time, a mere blink of the eye, and it seems that we'll be in a new year called 2020.
That's right.
Which is kind of an unusual thing that I thought was really far in the distance. Now
That'd
we've
be
got.
a good name for a TV show.
It
We
would
should
be
try it.
2020. It seemed like somebody might have caught on to that. Carolina Dance Company.
That's right. Carolina Dance Company offers quality, caring dance education, and they've
Talk
got
about lollipops.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a lollipop that big.
And these are their walkers, and they serve ages 2.5 and up.
There's a lot of work that goes in to teaching dance and coordinating these kids. It is amazing what they can do and the talent that we have in this area and the time that parents put in to working with their children, making sure that they're at the dance company.
And Carolina Dance has 2 locations, one in Roseboro and one right here in downtown Clinton.
Wow, and that's, to me, that says a lot about having something to do. Quite often you hear it and I do, what do you do in Clinton, North Carolina?
Right.
That's one of the examples.
You can learn to dance. Then we have HN Car Incorporated and JW. I think we're seeing HN Car everywhere nowadays.
Absolutely.
I know they've been working on the Sampson Partners Project on Main. They've been working over at the Community Theater on Fayetteville Street. They've been working with First Baptist Church. They're just everywhere.
Let's build something. Call
Let's
HN
build something.
Car.
Call HN Car. That's right. They're right here in Clinton, general contractors.
Another princess coming.
Then we have some more Princess. And she is lovely, Miss Emma Hilton. Is that-
Absolutely.
Or Emma Hobson, sorry.
Sampson.
Miss Sampson County.
Oh, look at these little kids.
Oh, and she's Miss Sampson Middle School, 2019. Oh, they are precious. Now this looks like it might be Liberty Tax Service. And then we've got some little tiny Miss. They are cheerleaders. They look like they're from Union, don't they, with their little,
all
but
dressed
they
in the
might,
regalia, the red and the silver.
And then we have another homemade float, which this is always good. Just grab a trailer and decorate it.
Yeah, and it's amazing what you can do. There's a lot of creativity there. You got to
It
blow up,
is.
and you got the little skirting around. And I think if folks realize how, not necessarily easy, but how simple it would be to just take a trailer and hook that up, you'd
That's
see probably
right.
more units in the parade.
And that was our Clinton Police Camp. That's a great thing the police department does.
Well, there's
each
the
year.
Viking out there.
Yep, the Viking from Sampson Community College, and they have from their building programs. They've got a great welding program that has helped us out with some art pieces.
Since the inception of that program, that's been a very successful program at the college. And
It has.
talking with Dr. Starlin, president of the college, he's very proud of that program as well. And
Yes.
we look forward to those kinds of programs moving forward because we have a huge shortage of people that can do those trades classes
And a lot of our-
do those
yeah.
things that people need. And Santa, I think you're
That's
very
true.
much aware of that.
Yep.
Now we have a 4-H group coming along with a homemade float, and I know there's a lot of kids that have enjoyed participating in 4-H over the years. At one time, believe it or not, I participated in 4-H. So
You remember what the 4-H's are?
No, I don't remember what the 4-H's are, but it was fun. It was
but we could Google it right quick. I can just say we can pull it right up.
Yes. Here's Daddy's Girl Incorporated. Happy to have them with a professional float. So that is just beautiful.
Yeah, that's one that you like rent or something.
That's right, you do. You're able to rent those. And then we've got some other folks here from the Delta Sigma Theta
sorority
right
here in the area.
Miss HCA 2019, and her first name is Madison. I'm trying to see her last name, Madison
Atkinson.
Yes, it takes a village.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it does.
Then we have the Coharie Tribe, and what can we say about the Coharie Tribe? We're very fortunate to have them. They've got a powwow they have each year, and they just invest so much time and energy into educating folks about their heritage.
I want to thank all of these people for showing up today in this rain. I just want to give everybody a shout out and thank you for going ahead and kind of fighting the storm, so to speak, and coming by so we can give you a very Merry Christmas.
Then we have a Grand Majestic Queen, I guess, that was in there. It's hard to see.
I could use their service on the next one.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that tree service truck would be
right.
ideal. If you can get a hold of that sound, I got a couple of trees I need some work on.
Leave the keys.
Yes, we could take care of it.
And that was
sound like I could get you in the bucket and we could take care of some stuff.
That was actually Victoria Catherine McLam, the reigning 2019 Grand Majestic Sampson County Christmas in the previous vehicle. These young ladies worked so hard. We want to give them a shout out. Sampson County chapter of the, NCA&T State University Alumni Association. Yeah. So that's great that they're participating here today. And then we have another professional float coming up, and this is a Caring Heart. And this is a case management organization. They provide North Carolina Innovations Day support to individuals with intellectual and or developmental disabilities. So we appreciate all they do.
A lot of young folks on that parade.
A lot of young folks. Then we have a Camaro, I believe, from Deacon Jones. And Kurt Smith texted me this morning, JW, and said he was not bringing out his antique Camaro because of the weather, but he was going to be driving a new one. So I think Smith...
Kurt's a smart guy. He knows when to bring it out and when not.
He really is. And
Merry Christmas, Kurt.
Smith Classic Car Collection. Then
Telemon Corporation.
Exactly. And the Clinton High School ROTC are coming up behind them, so it's, it's brightening up a little bit out there today.
It is. We get a little bit of sunshine, and I'll remind folks as the Clinton High ROTC comes by, just keep in mind that the bands will not be performing this year in the parade, and again, we ask folks to understand that because it was raining and rather heavily just a few moments ago, that although the sun's hopefully going to come out after lunch today, it just did not coordinate well for asking those folks to be out.
Now, JW and Danny, I see some snow. No, it's bubbles. It's bubbles.
Yeah.
We'll take bubbles.
It's not quite.
If you don't have snow, I mean, what could be better? Bubbles, yeah.
Bubbles
absolutely.
Is fun. So we have the Christmas.
And this is Anita Honeycutt Lane here. Anita is, as I think, running for clerk. No, registered deeds.
Right.
She's running for registered deeds. Anita, we give you a big shout out.
Then we have another Mr. Bateman, James Walter. He's running for district court judge, James Walter Bateman. Then we have UCARE represented immediately behind Mr. Bateman.
There's a lot of folks. We remind people that it is an election year, and this is a good way for folks that are running for office, for them to get to know people and to kind of get their name out there and kind of understand what their passion is for the job.
Then we have Miss Union High School, Alexis Nicole Blanchard. And then another lovely princess right beside her. I think her last name is Sneed, looks like.
This is one of the great times of year to have a convertible.
It is.
That is, if you want to ride in parades.
Especially a Corvette.
Oh, and especially if it's yellow.
Yes.
And I could almost guess maybe whose car that is, but I won't get into that. But that's a beautiful car, and it's one of those things you cannot say that you didn't see the car coming.
That's right. That's true.
Well, we call that canary yellow sign.
We can, yeah.
I think so. Canary. There you go. Canary yellow.
Oh, and lovely, another lovely princess.
Look at her.
She's got her wave down.
Yeah. Okay. So we got a little bit of a break here, and let's talk a bit about some of the things that's going on in Clinton, and of course the parade. Once you have a parade, it's like folks maybe think, well, it's kind of okay, everything's over. But Mary Rose, you got a lot of stuff happening.
We've been having a lot of stuff going on this year. Starting November 30th, we had our Brunch and Bows event in downtown for Small Business Saturday. We've had Christmas in the City. We're having our Sweet Stroll today. Lots of shops in downtown, the greater Clinton and Sampson County, that we want to encourage people to shop local this holiday season as much as you can. These business owners are ready to help you, and they've got some beautiful gift wrapping. So this is the Inspired to Dance Company that's coming up next.
Santa, do you ever get inspired to dance?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
And that's good, just as long as we don't mess our knees up or something. We're fine.
Exactly.
That's right.
As long as
That's
just
right.
a few short steps in the kitchen, we're good.
And you know, these folks have come a long way. I mean, this is about 1.5 miles from the Expo Center here to downtown Clinton, and we appreciate everybody that's participated today. There's a little bit of a gap here. We're having our Sweet Stroll today in downtown Clinton, and that's a ticketed event. We've sold out all the tickets, JW. And
Is that pretty lady coming
Yeah,
up the door
absolutely.
there?
oh, that's my mom,
Yeah,
Priscilla
absolutely,
McGill. She's
absolutely.
one of our beloved bakers for our Sweet Stroll.
Yes.
And so
We could get her in here and talk to her,
that's
couldn't we,
right.
Santa? We could do
Yeah,
that.
she's a great cook.
Well, now, what's in that
If
basket
she's
she's
anything like her
carrying?
husband, she'd have something to say
Oh,
too.
for sure.
Well, and let me shout out to some of our beloved bakers. So my mom, Priscilla McGill, is going to be at Royal Gifts. Then we have Anita Millen at Soaps by Jess. Then we're going to have Debbie Jones over at Sesame's Jewelry. Our celebrity chef, Christopher Timms at Alfredo's.
There comes the elf again.
There's
Yeah.
Bill Turlington with Clinton Sampson
He's a
Chamber.
chef.
He's
And
the
our
major elf, isn't he?
Then our beloved bakers continue over at Simply NC. We'll have a former volunteer of the year for downtown Clinton, Kay Rayner. Then we will have Callan Kearns and Miss Voigt over at Bethy Lou's. We'll have Debbie Roberts at Art of Hope with her famous lady fingers. We've got Miss Anita Boney at Annandale's, Wendy Carr at the Atrium, Julie Stadig with Fudge Fantasies at
Oh, yeah.
Bryant's
Some-
Florist, and then April Tanner's going to have fudge up at Berries and More, and Chris and company are going to have assorted cookies over at A Square. So we've got plenty of places to find treats.
And we got some young ladies
Right.
flashing the pink this morning.
Yes, this looks like another sorority, and I love those hats.
The parade is moving along. We have seen some break in the rain a little bit, so this afternoon would be a perfect time because it is going to be sunny, from what I can understand, to come to downtown Clinton and visit some of those places. Mary, you're always talking about the shops and the stores and the businesses in downtown. The reality is, once you come downtown and kind of stroll around for a little bit, you discover not only is the walk good for you,
Oh, it's
but
great.
it's a way to connect with the local businesses in the
Easy,
area and to
convenient.
be part of the community.
That's right, easy, convenient parking. I also wanted to mention Lynn Owen. She provided is one of our beloved bakers at Joyce Floral and Decor. And then a business owner, Cindy Norris, is going to be at Bernie's today with her sweet treat. So we've got a lot of
Another queen
hardworking
coming by.
business owners. And that was a lovely queen. And, you know, some of these we don't have information on, and JW, my
We
eyes
just have
aren't
to
as
wing it.
strong as they used to be. So this is
Amelia-
Amelia Johns.
Amelia Johns.
Yeah. She is Elite Christmas Charm or Elite Southern
Yep,
Charm.
Rowan County.
And then
And we're double queen in this
that's
car.
right, that's right. And we have Miss Greater Sampson County, Carly Barton.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, I would say, ladies, make your signs bigger for
Absolutely,
the parade
absolutely.
commentators.
As
Next
we
year,
get
bigger-
older, we need
bigger
larger
signage.
letters.
That's
Block
right.
letters
Yeah,
That's
are easy
right.
We're going to have to get Santa out there so he can kind of tell us what the
That's
letters
right.
are.
Then we have Bella Fennell, and she's Miss Sampson County. Oh, and I just missed her title as she was going out of the shot. Can you see it, JW?
Miss Sampson County, and I just
Can't read it.
Clinton, Miss Sampson.
Yeah, more plain lettering and bigger
Robert
signs.
Gilmore is
Read that.
a young man that grew up here in Sampson County.
He did.
He's got roots here, family here, from the Keener area. I have known Robert for years and years. A great guy, great family. Robert, we wish you the best of luck as we
running for
run for
judge,
judge here.
yes.
So thank you for stepping up and being part of the judiciary, and hope everything works out for you.
Then we have another beautiful princess in a Mercedes, looks like. And this is Michaela Hall, and she is Miss Clinton High School 2020. So happy to have her here.
Santa, we got one of those red fire trucks coming again, and I think the red fire trucks, when they come through, signals that Christmas is somewhere close by, and they are ready to help you in case
That's
you have a
right.
problem, or
Ready to go.
Santa, in case your sleigh has a problem. I bet you they come out and help
That's
you.
a crash truck there, which goes out mostly on motor vehicle accidents as well as on structure fires or refilled air bottles.
Halls has got one of the newer stations in the county, located on 701 north of Clinton, just north of Keener in the community there. Again, full of people that's dedicated their time, their part-time efforts to be with the fire department, and the mass amount of training that these guys goes through, Santa, is just unbelievable.
right.
It's constant.
It is
never
constant,
ends.
and it's always updating, upgrading, chemicals and all those kinds of things. Is big issue that I read just last year was a lot of the contaminants now and the fires they go to is affecting their health, and cancer is a big issue.
The materials that burn now are very toxic.
And we encourage our legislature to pass those bills that will help them for those people that are unfortunate to end up with a cancerous
Here
issue.
with the Forestry Service, they're also very important, obviously, to forest fires, because as a fire department, we don't have the equipment to go but so deep in, and we
You
can
call
just
on
keep
them
it
a
at
lot.
bay and maybe
That's
protect some
right.
property.
Absolutely.
But they take care of the forest fire.
Absolutely.
And gentlemen, we are at the end of the
Santa
parade.
Claus,
This is the
yes.
Santa float. Thank
Hey,
you so
Dad.
much to the volunteers of the Clinton Sampson Chamber of Commerce for
I-
helping organize.
I think Santa's else is going to bring you a special treat, and I think if I'm not, Mr. Thornton here is one of the key elves.
boy,
Thank you,
he's
sir.
got candy.
Yeah,
The key.
come and say Merry Christmas, everybody, right here.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Good to have you. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you for all
On
y'all.
behalf of the Clinton Sampson Chamber, the City of Clinton, downtown Clinton, we
Blessings
thank
to you and all your family.
Yes, and Merry Christmas
Here you go,
to
Santa.
everyone.
Thank
Be
you.
Shop
sure to
local.
give this to some of those kids that
will.
may not, especially this sugar stick. I know
That's
you know
right.
Absolutely, yeah.
and the
That's
parents
right.
will appreciate it because it'll keep them awake to about
Keep
12,
'em
1
awake.
o'clock in the morning. So
Exactly.
All right, well, Merry Christmas, everybody. Shop local. Thanks for being with us.
thank you for being here, and we will see you Tuesday on We Should Know each and every week.